This is a real live arrow of light. It is made out of some translucent PEX that I found at the hardware store. And I think it's got a 3/8 inner diameter, and I got like a 5-foot length and cut it into thirds, and has some writing on the outside which you can easily wipe off with paper towels and a little bit of acetone. But it is translucent. And then I also found these little kind of plugs for the PEX. They did not work as anticipated. I think in order for them to work you need a PEX crimping tool. I had to make do with hot glue. Caulk did not work. Caulk doesn't stick to PEX. And they're on both ends. I would have preferred real fletchings for the arrow, but my hardware store didn't have any, so I cut these out of some sheets of foam and then hot glued them on after taking a file and roughing up the surface of the PEX so it would stick a little bit better. And then inside I bought 6 glow sticks. I only really probably needed 4. I don't know, but I bought 6 and I had a lot of leftover liquid. I think 4 would have been just right. But 4, glow sticks, and then I cut off the tops and emptied out the contents. There's glass vials of chemical in there. Well, there's 2 chemicals. One is outside the glass vial. Anyway, if you're going to try this, please post in the comments how you do it, because it was a very messy process for me. I separated out, the contents, the chemical outside of the glass vials in the glow stick, and then inside the glass vials I put them in like Ziploc freezer bags and then broke the glass, and then snipped the end off. Broke the glass while they were inside of the freezer bag, trying not to get glass all in my hands and stuff like that. I definitely wear gloves. And then I snipped the end off the freezer bag and drained the chemical into a different cup. So I had the chemicals of the glow stick separated into 2 different cups. And anyway, if you can figure out a way to nip the glass vials so they don't get shards of glass everywhere, because mine, it had shards of glass everywhere. And so then I poured one chemical. I basically poured the one chemical, poured the other chemical into this long piece of PEX, and then I tried to seal it, but I wouldn't until this is right now. I'm only posting this to give people ideas and to tell you what didn't work, because I don't know how you'd seal this off in the middle of a pack meeting to make it, totally waterproof and not have chemicals spilling all over. I got a lot of it on my hands, and my hands were glowing in the dark. So I think it's a cool idea. If you can make it work, share a response or whatever. But I'm just kind of telling you that I don't think I could practically make this work in a pack meeting where we actually mix the chemical to make the arrow of light. You could just make it in advance and give, make it a little bit in advance and give them an actual arrow of light and have it glow in the dark, or maybe put a sheathing over it that you would remove when you gave it to them or something like that. And I'm sure you could figure out a way to put some kind of arrow point on the end of it. But it's a messy endeavor to mix it and not get it all over the place. I don't think it's practical to do in a pack meeting. Just wanted to share.